everybody, welcome back to episode 62. Happy Thursday night. We are just about to start a 4-day weekend. How fun is that?
If we must.
We took tomorrow off. We're taking our youngest back to school on Sunday, and then both of our offices are closed on Monday for Martin Luther King. So after work today, I dismantled my desk from the dining room.
That's true.
And once Claire goes back to school, not that I'm in any rush for her to leave, but then I will have my office in her room. So that'll be fun. Are you going to miss me?
Yes. Yes. I was stuck on you saying that's going to be fun because I'm not really sure why it's going to be fun.
Yeah, you're like, what?
Is it going to be like cafe disco
yes.
in the office? So you're going to have
yeah, you'll start hearing the music. I'm going to start playing Claire's drums.
Your espresso machine and
she does have a drum kit in her room. She's going to take her drumsticks with her, but that would be hilarious if all of a sudden just like up there jamming. So we're just kind of excited about having a long weekend after the holidays. So that's kind of nice to have a little break.
Yeah, except it means that we've had a week off, then a 3-day week, then a full week, then a 4-day week, then another 4-day week.
I know.
February.
Can we just do that all the time?
February's going to be awful.
Yeah. So we're doing that, and then in other news, we're one step further to our tattoo. Closer.
One step closer.
Yeah, closer, not farther. To our tattoo journey. We called the tattoo parlor today, and which is by our house, and so tomorrow he invited us for a consultation at noon. So we're gonna go and check it out.
I know.
Yeah. I'm assuming, well, it was funny because I was thinking, like, it's not like he'd be like, are you guys old enough to make this decision?
Well.
or are you too old to make this decision?
Well, that's what we already talked about. That. Yeah, what if we show up and he refuses?
You'd be like, I don't really like those ideas. No. So I'm assuming he's just going to, like, tell us, like, what the procedure is and what to expect and how long it takes and
I thought I could cut down on the glare, but it's actually the iPad that's reflecting in my glasses. So I have to sit kind of like this.
I couldn't even tell, to be honest with you.
I'm easily distracted.
So I think then we'll find out tomorrow more information about what to expect. If any of you have gone to a consultation before, if you want to put in the comments what that is, we'd appreciate it.
Well, I don't know whether, and I was going to ask him and then forgot, but I don't know whether he does, does he do a drawing? Maybe?
I've seen, like, people that, you kind of, like, bring your idea and things like that. Obviously, they would see, like, can they do that, kind of thing. Because I'm sure they wouldn't, like, agree to do something permanent and not be able to do it well.
I don't know. There's, like, a whole internet theme of that.
There's shows about that.
There's shows about it. There's, badtattoo.tumblr.com or whatever. But,
I did watch one show of that one time where somebody had just the most horrible. It was almost like it was supposed to be a person, but it was like more like cartoony. But it was just like horrible. But then they had somebody who was more professional go over the whole thing, and you couldn't even tell.
What was the show with Dave Navarro, the guitar player? Was that about fixing bad tattoos, or were they judging tattoo artists or something like that?
I thought it was fixing tattoos, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. He went from playing with Perry Farrell to playing with Red Hot Chili Peppers, I think, right?
I think so too.
I don't know.
So we're excited about tomorrow just to see what the procedure is and then when we can start that ball rolling.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know how quickly the turnaround is. If he's going to do some sort of a sketch, one of the cats is just in the other room.
Oh, hi, Gordy.
I don't know if he's going to do a sketch that we can look at, or if he's just going to schedule an appointment.
This is the other thing I was thinking about, is sometimes I've seen where they've had, like, trace paper kind of thing, and so they kind of, like, trace it out and then have, like, a thing.
He's walking off with something that looks like, a
piece of paper?
Yeah, it looks like instructions that came with something.
Yeah, we kind of
You normally read the instructions, but...
I do.
So
and
she's
I read
taking
the instructions. Oh my gosh, I've got exciting news.
Here she
okay,
is.
yeah.
Come
Hey,
here.
buddy.
There we go.
um,
That's awesome.
Dave doesn't think this is very exciting. It was a very exciting day for me. We got a new vacuum cleaner. uh,
Well, it can be exciting. She's just going to walk back and forth, I think.
I know that's
You
okay
see her tail kind of sticking in the front. There you go. Yeah.
because
What's going on? This is great. This is the best show we've ever done.
yeah, it's gonna be the highest viewed.
Okay.
um,
Ooh, is she going to jump?
for some reason, like vacuum cleaners and me do not get along, and I don't know what it is. Like we even had a Dyson at one point, and even that kind of like was horrible.
And we
after a
got the
while.
Dyson on sale, and I'm thinking that if I remember correctly, it really wasn't supposed to be on sale.
Oh yes, we got it at Triple B, Bed Bath & Beyond, and we got the 20% discount.
And then later we saw, like in the print ad, it said that it didn't apply, but they gave it to us, and
And because I wasn't, we weren't trying to like fool
We
anybody.
weren't trying to rip
you know,
them
it
off,
wasn't
no.
like kind of like, oh, let's just put this in and see if they'll take it. But even after a while, that one didn't work out. So then we had another one.
I don't think that one ever worked well.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. The rollers wore down, and
It wouldn't pick up anything.
it didn't
which
pick
is
up
like,
anything. And when you have cats, that was not an earthquake. That was the cat jumping from the desk to the table. Gordy.
Come here. If you guys are not familiar on Instagram, there is a Instagram page called Go Clean Go. And
I didn't
then
know that.
yes, and they have this lady started her page when the quarantine or when everything got shut down in March, and she owns a cleaning company in Canada, and so she just started posting
And
things
the
about
Canadians are very clean.
they're very clean.
They're very clean. They're very polite.
As I mentioned
Except for the hockey players.
to David, there is a cleaning community online that you can follow for all different kinds of tips and tricks and how to keep your house tidy, whatever. But she started just posting things to help people alleviate stress and panic about like how should I disinfect in the beginning when like people are like should I wipe down my grocery bags before I bring them in, or just what do I do with my shoes, like all that kind of stuff. But this vacuum cleaner, I can't remember the name of it offhand, but so
we'll have to do a live thing where we demonstrate
yes
the vacuum cleaner. By the way, since you mentioned Canada, and because I can't stay on a given topic, I'm always curious about, because whenever you meet anybody from Canada, they're very polite. You read articles in Canadian newspapers and things like that, they're always very polite. And I really do think it's a curious thing where all the thug hockey players come from.
right
Right? Because all the nice people in Canada, they're all obsessed with hockey, but the hockey players, except Jonathan Toews, who might be the nicest person on earth.
That's true.
He's much more like what you imagine a typical Canadian person to be. But I'm just trying to figure out where they get all the guys who want to fight and
Punch.
and
yeah. Which brings me to are the Blackhawks still in it, or is that over?
it just started.
Oh, it just started.
They played their first game yesterday.
Oh my god! I'm like so out of the loop.
And they lost 5-1 to the Lightning. So they've basically picked up exactly where they left off.
Well, in the heyday when the Blackhawks were winning championships, obviously we watched every game and every overtime, double overtime, triple overtime. When they were in the Stanley Cup, it was amazing.
Right, because if you're not familiar with hockey, during the regular season, there is a single overtime period, and it's sudden death. So if you score, you win, and then at the end of the extra time. Hockey. The best thing about hockey is all the very bizarre terminology.
I would have not known that it was extra time.
Well, they
on
broadcast television they refer to it as overtime, but the old timey way of referring to it was extra time. And they wear sweaters instead of jerseys, and they wear hats instead of helmets. During the regular season, after the overtime, if it's still tied, they go to a shootout, and that it's essentially best 2 out of 3, but sometimes it goes beyond that.
I do like that. That's one of my favorite parts.
It's exciting, except that it seems really arbitrary. So they don't do that in the playoffs and the Stanley Cup Final. Instead, they just it's just one overtime period after another until somebody finally wins. So there have been, we'll sit there and watch these playoff games, and it'll always be, the Blackhawks playing in, like, Vancouver or something, and it's on Pacific time instead of, so the game doesn't start till 9 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
And then it goes triple overtime. We've watched hockey playoff games
During the week.
on a weeknight, that'll go to 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't. I mean, once you commit to it, you can't.
You can't not.
Stop.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how we got off on hockey, and I don't know how well it's going to go this year either, because now they're facing the same issues that all these leagues play. They're traveling around the country, and
what's going to happen?
Like they played Tampa Bay yesterday. If they only played teams that were close by, it might be a little safer, but whatever.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I will not. I haven't followed it. I probably will.
Well,
I'll just ask you occasionally how it's going.
I forgot that they were playing yesterday, to be honest with you, and then I saw today that they lost 5-1. And I'm like,
and we're done. No, I'm just kidding.
Bulls are doing a little better. It's not possible, apparently, for the Blackhawks and the Bulls to do well at the same time.
Right. There's always like one team that's like really doing
Right.
great, and another one that's doing horrible. So.
Right.
Hi, Gordon. He's just like all over the place. We lost them. Well, we didn't lose them. We didn't know where they were for a lot of the afternoon today. And turns out they were under Claire's bed, which I think she has kind of have risers on her bed, so there's more headroom underneath there. So I'm sure that they were just like, this is perfect. So next week it'll be interesting once I'm up there working.
And we think one of them made some styrofoam today.
Yeah. We didn't really like baby-proof our house. So any little thing they want to pick up and put in their mouth. So we're trying to like pick up little pieces of things that they're getting into.
There's Gordon now.
So it's going well, but now we're kind of finding their hiding spots. So at least we know where to find them if we cannot find them, which is fun. Yeah, it makes me feel better because it's just like, where are they? Because they're so quiet. They don't come out, and you're just like, where are they, kind of thing. Because yesterday and even last night, they've been spending the majority of the evening upstairs with the kids in their rooms, whatever. And then even when
they don't like us.
Later on, we're just like watching TV, and we're just like, I wish I had a cat with me right now. And finally, Gordon jumped up on the couch right when we were getting ready for bed. So I was like, you missed out, Gordon. I could have petted you all night.
And then the best thing is when we feed them in the morning, they do come out first thing in the morning.
That's
true.
And
then they'll sort of fight, not fight, but there's a little conflict in the morning over the can food. But
we need to get like either a bigger dish or two separate dishes so they can both put their faces in it. Because Waffle will get to the wet food first, and Gordon doesn't try to like fight it. She just kind of like stands next to it, hoping that maybe that Waffle will just be done with it and then have a turn. But sometimes that doesn't happen.
They have a voracious appetite.
Yeah, huge appetite.
So I guess that's good.
I'm super excited to see that. And then we're kind of celebrities because when we left the Animal Care League, they took a picture of us. We were on their Facebook page and their Instagram page.
That's true.
So that was kind of fun.
True. Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on in our lives right now. We will definitely keep you up to date about the whole tattoo thing. That'll be Saturday.
And then Sunday we have to drive to Champaign. And then Sunday we're going to
back down to Champaign. And I believe it's supposed to snow on Saturday, so hopefully that will...
My phone says tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, man.
But not a lot tomorrow, so we'll just have to play it by ear.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
In the old days, before there was a deadly global pandemic, kids would take the train back to school. Although that wouldn't work out that well for Claire because the train station is not close to where she lives.
Oh, that's true. So it's not like you can... I don't even know how that works.
Yeah, I don't honestly remember what we did, but that's what we typically did. Or there was a bus. No one likes to take the bus.
Like a Greyhound bus?
There was a Greyhound bus, and that would stop in campus. So at least, presumably you live fairly close to the campus.
I took a Greyhound bus here from Chicago to Iowa State, which is in Ames, Iowa, and I could drive it in like 6.5 hours. Taking a Greyhound bus is like 11 hours because they stop, let people off, stop, let people off, stop, have people have lunch. It was just like the most excruciatingly long thing and no cell phone back then, so it was just kind of like
One year when I was coming back from Champaign at Christmas, I believe I was coming back from Champaign. You know, we'd had finals and everybody was exhausted and tired and everything like that. And it had snowed really badly overnight. But it wasn't entirely clear how, you know, they did a good job of clearing the sidewalks and all that around campus. So, you know, I took my suitcase or whatever and I got on the bus and I was exhausted and I sort of fell asleep on the bus for a minute and woke up a short time later. We were on the interstate on I-57 heading towards Chicago. And the bus is just barreling down the interstate and all on either side there were cars in the ditch because
Oh,
it was not snowing at that moment.
Right.
But the storm had been really bad.
right, and you're just like,
And the
should
worst
you
of
be
it-
going that fast?
Yeah. And the worst of it was between Champaign and Chicago, so it wasn't really all that obvious when we're getting on
I
the
would have
bus.
been like, Nicole.
It was a little nerve-wracking, but they got us to, you know,
Yeah, that's scary. I don't like driving on
Yeah.
ice or snow too much.
well, I figured the as long as there wasn't anybody in front of us, we were probably okay because the momentum on that snowy, icy surface would have been hard to slow down or stop.
Yeah,
But they barreled through and, you know, we got home.
that's scary. I don't
Yeah,
like
it
that.
was a little unnerving.
And actually, I think the bus services now, because of COVID, have very limited runs anyway. So even like some buses that went down there, they don't exist anymore. So
Well, I would not have wanted her to take the chance.
No.
So we're gonna drive her.
we're gonna drive her. So it's gonna be
Hopefully not a blinding snowstorm.
yes, that'll be good. So anyway, so that's what's going on with us, and we will definitely keep you up to date after our meeting tomorrow, how the whole tattoo thing is going to go, what we're planning, and we'll talk about that on Saturday. So hope you guys have a good rest of the evening. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.